I was given the opportunity to teach resilience at Lincoln High School this year, and when I began the project, I didn't have a lot of guidelines, so a lot of my approach was innate, and I started thinking what I needed to do was behavioral management first, because I was coming to Lincoln. But what I soon realized is that I didn't have to include behavioral management at all with the students. And so then I went to my next thing, and that was to build trust. I wanted to find out who they were and what they were about, and it had to start with me being vulnerable and being able to share my life with them. I started out being self-deprecating, things that I struggled with as a young child. I shared my times of poverty and different types of things with my life, and soon the trust began to build. We talked first about life skills, how to rent an apartment, different things like that, and the more we peeled back layers of life, the outside of life, the more we got to the meat of what was going on. Resilience is a big word, and I would try to teach them resilience with a definition, but I found out that fell flat. So we talked a lot about different people, why some people do well in life when they hit a bump, and why some people sink. And it was hard to take that word and tell them they needed to be that in their life when maybe they were hungry, or they were homeless, or they were struggling with lack of attachment to an adult, and they just wanted some stable person in their life. So it was also difficult for me because I wanted to give them a home, and I wanted to give them food, and I wanted to give them that stability, but I knew that that wasn't a possibility. So that was hard for me, because my heart is always bigger than my body. But as we grew in our relationship, they started to teach me about what resilience was, because all of those kids are coming to class, and some of them are hungry, and some of them haven't had a bedroom to call their own, and some of them don't have a secure adult stable relationship in their life. The teachers here in this school are the people that they look to. And as time went on, more and more kids would share their ACEs. They would talk about their life, the horrendous things that had happened to them, and in the midst of sharing about their lives and sharing how they've overcome it, resilience started to take on a picture. And each person's definition of resilience is very different. And we did go into the brain and how things work, and I felt a responsibility to teach them about emotions and the responses to emotions and healthy relationships and things like that. But in between all those teaching moments were deep moments of connection in our relationship, where I felt like I not only was a teacher, but I was becoming a stable adult that they could count on in sixth period, that could answer their questions and could help them see the glass half full, and could help them have tools to tackle just their immediate moment in their day, not so much the future, but what's going on in your life right now. What kind of tools can we use? So by the end of the year, connections were made. It was very sad to say goodbye to each of them, but I learned so much about resilience, and I learned how to create resilience in these kids just really truly by being a stable adult in their life, someone that they can trust.